the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, Swift, MotorSports BUTTKICKER, Breezy Acres Dairy Farms. Xfinity Series fires things off for round number 8 here in season number 3 on the Turn 3 Racing Network. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us once again here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside as things have switched over from happy hour into qualifying. Driver's going to have 5 minutes to lay down a fast time. Who will take the top spot here at No Limits Texas Speedway? Man, I'm telling you what, this little track, ever since the reconfiguration, ever since the repave kind of deal, now a 1.44 mile track, a little bit different racing styles, especially down in 1 and 2. Degree of banking has changed a little bit. Only 20 degrees of banking now down there in 1 and 2. But the biggest thing is how much wider 1 and 2 has become. You're now able to run somewhat on what used to be the apron. And drivers may be able to find a little bit of speed down there tonight. Looks like we've got about 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 drivers out there already on a qualifying time. So that's going to come up very quickly. So we'll throw some race information up here on the screen for you. 68 degrees here tonight in Fort Worth, Texas. 102 track degree temperature. Going to be a little bit slippery out there. 8 degree 8-degree, 8-mile-an-hour wind here tonight as well. Not quite sure which way that one looks like. It's the northeast, so it looks like a little bit of a tailwind heading down into turn number 3. Going to get a little bit of help going into turn number 1, however, so we'll see how that plays for a few drivers. Anthony Key's going to take the top spot for the time being. He'll sit on the provisional pole in the 87 machine with a 31:31. Fast as always, third in the point standings. Todd Craig going to go second on the speed charts with his first time lap. How about the Cuban Missile Rocket? Roy Fernandez going to put the 3 machine third with his first time lap. John Wimbish still yet to go out there. Looks like Damian Liniger, as well as Jason Ayerson, Gary May, Austin Alberton yet to turn in their time lap in the Cuban Missile Rocket. Kabang! Roy Fernandez going to go top of the speed chart. Quick time tonight, 30:11. Rhett Tucker with a quick time here, almost knocking Fernandez off. There's Adam Pettit in the 58. He's got a quick time out there tonight. Rhett Tucker going to bring it to a crawl with just about 2 minutes remaining in this 5-minute qualifying session. Adam Pettit still out there, and no, he's going to shut down his second lap. So it looks like Roy Fernandez, for the time being, going to sit in that provisional pole position. Still Nick Hunt, Damian Leininger, as well as Jason Ayerson, Darren Clement yet to go out on their time lap. So not safe just yet. There's some big-time hitters still yet to put in their time lap. Ayerson going to go 13th on the speed charts with his first time lap here tonight. Leininger going to go just outside the top 5. He'll slot in 6th with his first time lap on the speedway. Out there on his second one, Jason Ayerson going to cross the line here in just a few moments. Darren Clement going to put down his first time lap. That's going to be good enough for 9th on the speed charts. Ayerson's going to cross the line, not improve on the time. He'll slide back to 14th. Leininger goes top of the speed charts. He's going to break the 30-second mark. Fast time set by that Ford, piloted by Damian Leininger. 29.970 going to be the pole position here tonight. That is pretty quick. Only one driver really out there left to put in a time to try to take that pole position away. Nick Hunt going to cross the line for his second time lap. Hunt going to cross the line right there. Can he improve on that 30.67? Yes. Going to go with a 30.20, and that's going to go to 7th on the speed charts, and looks like that very well may be the end of this qualifying session with just 30 seconds remaining. Damian Leininger, last week's race winner at the rain-shortened Talladega Speedway. Leininger going to go top of the speed charts. He'll take the pole position here tonight with a 29.970. With that being said, race fans, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, then head down trackside for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, their bombs
trackside as drivers begin to make their way through final pre-race inspection and head to the starting grid. Why don't we go ahead and run down a little official business coming into race number 8 here tonight. Championship standings look a little something like this. Darren Clement leads everybody by 16 points. Hunter Cordier right there in second. Todd Cray, he's been to victory lane 2 times so far this season, but Cray sits 20 points out of that top spot. Adam Pettit not in the field here tonight. Actually, yes, Pettit is. What am I talking about? He's right there, actually slotted into third starting position here tonight. What am I talking about? Pettit, 36 points back, sitting in fourth. Jason Harrison rounding out the top 5. Nick Hunt, Jim Ott, Pierce Maffett, Justin Gann, Tommy Haynes going to round out your top 10. Only 55 points outside of that top spot. So a very close points battle as we get closer and closer to the end of this regular season. Just 10 races in the regular season for these Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series drivers. And, well, it's just 2 more nights for these drivers to try. 2 more races to try to get themselves in a championship contending position. And, I mean, with that being said, I mean, it's going to be close for a lot of these drivers. They're going to have to really fight their way into a championship spot if they want, looking outside of your top 15. So we're going to have to keep our eye on a lot of these drivers out there tonight. Looks like the final few drivers beginning to make their way through final pre-race inspection here at No Limits Texas Motor Speedway in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. Drivers begin to head to the track. Those bells begin to ring in the background. You know that sound. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial, or actually it is official. Let's rewind and do that. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup right here in race number 8 at No Limits Texas Motor Speedway. Damian Leninger gonna grab the top spot. Quick time in qualifying for that 2 machine, a 29.970. The Cuban Missile Rocket Roy Fernandez gonna line up just to his outside of that. AC Delco sponsored number 3. Back in row number 2, the fast 58 of Adam Pettit, followed by 99 of Rhett Tucker. Anthony Keys and Todd Cray making up row number 3 tonight, while back in row number 4, you can find the Depends 00 of Nick Hunt, followed by the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Starting in the 9th position here tonight for race number 8 in Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, the 5 of Chad Osborne. The Busch 32 driver Darren Clement gonna round out your top 10. Starting inside row number 6 tonight, the 98 of Hunter Cordier, followed by the 56 of John Wendish. Pierce Maffett, Casey Duncan right there, row number 7. Row 8 tonight, Jason Harrison and Austin Alberton. Stephen Ayers Jr., Ron Schutte back in row 9. Starting inside in the 19, inside row in the 59 machine, 19th starting spot, Jim Thorndike. Just to his outside, rounding out your top 20, the 10 of Gary May. That's going to round out the field there. Gluckner looks like he's the last driver out there on the track. Big shout out to Gary Wells, Don Kidder, and I believe Austin Alberton out there in race control tonight. iRacing pace car gonna duck off. We're gonna get set to go. Green flag racing for the first time here tonight, and do apologize, race fans. Oh my goodness, this is a big time rookie mistake. Rookie. Well, Justin, last night we discussed this. You said you wanted at least one mess up. There you go. Got it early. Get it out the way like the Truck Series did their one and only caution last night at Iowa, And that's where these Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series drivers are going to test their skills next week at Iowa Speedway. So look for that one on the calendars as well. Damian Laniger already jumping away from the field, a half a second advantage over Adam Pettit. Rhett Tucker right there still battling second and third on the speedway. Roy Fernandez going to drop 2 spots on lap number 1. He'll fall back to the 4th position. Anthony Keys has Todd Cray, Tommy Haynes, Chad Osborne lined up with them. Few drivers looking to the inside back through the field, but no real big movers just yet. Rhett Tucker going to put in the fastest time of the race so far here, just working lap number 3. And whoa, Liniger's got company. Here comes Pettit looking to the inside. Pettit looking to put his fast Ford Mustang down to the inside lane and take that top spot, and is a Ford front 4 here tonight. Four Fords lead the field, followed by 3 Chevys, then 1 Toyota. A Ford and another Toyota round out the top 10. So it looks like the Fords flexing the muscle here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Still a very long way to go, over 120 laps still left to go before we decide this one here tonight. Adam Pettit able to get himself by. That's going to give us our second different race leader of the night. One lead change so far here, and see how many more we can get. What do you say? What do you think? Anybody got a leader count? You think you got one? Greg, I hear you, right? But hey, check it out. At least everybody knew exactly when the boss man upstate owl and the flag stand threw that green flag out there. Everybody knew it was time to go. What do you know? Yeah, it was a shot, you know. Nonetheless, back to the racing action. We'll jump around the field just a little bit. There you can see Tommy Haynes, Roy Fernandez back behind him. Roy has lost 5 positions from where he started tonight's race, so already dropping to the back of the field. It looks like maybe some tire strategy may be going on here earlier out of a few of the drivers, because Damian Liniger, your pole sitter, he's now dropped 3 positions as well. He's back outside of those top 3. He's back running in 4th. Todd Cray very close to taking the spot away from him. And here comes John Wimbish. He's going to make his way to the back of Darren Clement, who rounds out the top 10. Nick Hunt right there as well after losing 5 spots on the start of this race. Hunt dropping all the way outside of the top 10, sitting in 12th now, looking to find a way back to the front of this field. And, you know, as I sit here down in Texas at a beautiful racetrack, I want to give a big time shout out to somebody out there that usually checks in from time to time. Big shout out to my buddy Roger out there. Hope you're having a good night. Hope everything's going well for you, and things bright and sunny here at Fort Worth, Texas. No Limits Motor Speedway, man, I tell you what. Great run so far. Here's that 87 of Anthony Keys. He's trying to run back down those top 2. And those top 2 familiar racing with each other. Adam Pettit, Rhett Tucker right there, nose to tail, 1 and 2 on the speedway. Keys looks like he may be a little bit of, I don't want to say a roadblock right now, but Liniger all over him in the 22 of Todd Cray, who we haven't heard much from since he won those 2 races towards the beginning of the season. I believe it was race number 1 and number 4, maybe, that Todd won. Just kind of solidly and silently running consistent here so far this season. He's got a high percentage in those top 5s. I do believe it's somewhere in the 78%. Somebody catch that for me. Do appreciate that. Yeah, okay. We're going to get that stat properly to you here shortly. But Liniger, he's going to lose a spot now to Cray, and he's going to fall even further through the field after being your pole sitter here tonight. So will we see yet another race here in the Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, where the pole sitter does not end up your race winner. These two drivers at the front of the field trying to make that happen, but will Rhett Tucker be able to get back to victory lane? Tucker, he visited victory lane about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I do believe it was. And Tucker really looking at eyeballing a spot inside of that top 10. I don't believe he's even in the top 10. Looking down at the stats and the speed charts, no, he's not even listed in the top 10 on the point standing. So these race wins in these last few races of the regular season can go big time to save his championship hopes and dreams. So Rhett Tucker running well, sits in second, looking for a second win on the season. Adam Pettit, he's yet to go to victory lane here in the Xfinity Series. He's been to victory lane back in the Truck Series. A little bit of a different beast are these Xfinity cars. Particularly seem to be a little bit tighter than the trucks. The truck's a lot looser. And throttle control in these Xfinity cars, you gotta pay close attention to it, not to mess up the tires either in the fuel runs. We'll get down a little closer to the track, a little closer to some racing action. There you can see Todd Cray. He'll make his way off of turn number 2. Damian Leonard, you're still right there behind him. Anthony Keys rounding out your top 5, but Roy Fernandez, he's heading back to where he came from. The Cuban Missile Rocket heading back towards that top 5. He sits in 6th. Back further behind this battle, we've got another battle raging on. 2, almost 3 car battle right here. Tommy Haynes, Darren Clement going at it, just a handful of seconds back, right at a 1 second gap back to that 56 of John Wimbish. Used to see him out there sporting that famous Cheerwine machine as we go overhead right here with that 17 of Tommy Haynes looking forward at the 32 of Darren Clement. Can the Ford Mustang make his way a little bit further towards that top 5? Lost a little bit of ground at the beginning of the race. Now sits just 1 spot from where he started, up in the 9th position. Biggest mover of the race so far right now looks to be that 41 Toyota Super Driver, the Blues diecast sponsored 41 of Pierce Maffitt, up 6 spots. And he's your biggest mover so far as we cross the line to begin lap number 17 out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Gaps beginning to develop between a few of the drivers out there. We'll jump around to another battle. There you can see Todd Cray. He's made his way up to Rhett Tucker, Damian Leninger right there. 3-way battle for the 2nd spot. And it looks like Tucker gonna lose that spot. Not just 1, but 2 spots now. Tucker drops to 4th. These drivers better sort it all out, because here comes that fast 3 of Roy Fernandez. Started outside pole position here tonight, now running just, rounding out your top 5. Lap number 18, halfway down the backstretch. He's got to make up right at about a half a second to get to this battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the speedway, but he is slowly but surely closing in. How about we jump back to another battle? This is back towards the tail end of the field, just around that 15th position. How about John Wimbish, Casey Duncan, Hunter Corrier, and Jason Ayerson all going at it? That's 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th out there on the speedway, and having some trouble here tonight. That GTR Simulator-sponsored Chevy ZL1 Camaro, actually just the Chevy Camaro, no ZL1 for that one. Jim Thorndike looks like he's having a little bit of trouble with the pace. He's got a handful of drivers back here with him, almost in to that outside wall, heading down the backstretch. Thorndike's got Ron Schutte, Gary May, Jeff Glockner all right there running with him. And we will scroll some different things down there along the ticker for you to follow along with here tonight. Gonna keep that point standings up there to the, well, not point standings, race running order over there on the ticker on the left-hand side of the screen for you. Ooh, a little bit of a battle here. Looks like we've got a driver looking to the inside. Gary May looks like he's looking for a position on the iHeartRadio sponsored Toyota Supra, piloted by Ron Schutte. Can the Hellman's 10 make his way up and around him? There he can go. Just another roof cam shot here tonight. Great racing action here from No Limits Texas Motor Speedway. Drivers around the track, 21 laps into this. We have been clean and green since the drop of the green flag here tonight. We'll see how long these drivers can keep this going. Jeff Gluckner looking to make up a position now. Door was opened by Gary May. Gluckner looking to pass Ron Schutte for 18th. Jump around the track, visit a few more battles out there. There you can see Todd Gray. He's starting to step away just a little bit from Damian Liniger as we jump back around the 13th position once again. Casey Duncan in the Great House 18 Toyota Supra. He's running up in the 12th position. There you can see him working his way off of 4 as now the 98 of Hunter Collier tries to get up there and take that spot away. Jason Harrison in tow. John Wimbish just about 3 or 4 car lengths off of them, rounding out your top 15. Gonna jump back up to this little battle raging on right here. There's Roy Fernandez. He's got Rhett Tucker still packed up behind him. Fernandez slowly but surely making his way back to where he started tonight's race from the outside pole position. Running fourth now, trying to get that AC Delco sponsored 3 Camaro up there back to where he was running and maybe improve one spot, trying to go up there and snatch that race lead away from Adam Pettit, who has started to step away 1.5 second advantage over Todd Cray as they continue around this track. Green flag racing conditions. A second back from Cray. You can find Liniger, then another second back to this 2-car battle between Fernandez and Tucker as they head back to turn 3. More battles going on around this speedway. Jason Harrison starting to battle with some drivers around him. Darren Clement right here on screen. Pierce Maffitt, they're going at it for position as well on the speedway. Back up here to Roy Fernandez. Oh, no, we'll go check out Darren Clement. What do you say? Stay right here as Pierce Maffitt trying to catch up, make up a spot or two. Chad Osborne in the 5, not too far off of them. Very fast-paced race here tonight. Drivers putting down almost 30 laps in less than 15 minutes. That is absolutely getting it here tonight. Pounding this fresh pavement. Interested to see what the track temperature is doing. Looks like the track may be getting a little bit more grippy out there. I tell you what, we got a weatherman out there. I do believe we do. Let's check in on it. And yeah, track temperature dropping almost 10 degrees. That is going to be a ton of grip back in this track as we take a look off of that 41 of Pierce Maffitt. He's trying to close back in on Darren Clement. That's 7th and 8th on the speedway. They'll continue around the track, nose to tail pretty much. Chad Osborne in the 5 just off behind them. Battle up inside of your top 5. We'll go take a look at this one. Rhett Tucker has not let Roy Fernandez get by just yet. They'll still go after each other for position as they slowly begin to reel back in Damian Liniger. There you can see that too. It's like he's having little short runs of speed. Was fast there for the first 2-3 laps of tonight's race when the green flag dropped. Fell back outside of the top 5. Has run all the way back up here to the 3rd position, but now looks like he's losing a little bit more speed here. We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes down. Still a very, very long way to go. Less than 100 laps remaining, though, here tonight. So we're going to have to start thinking about these green flag pit stops that may be looming in the air as we go high above the track. But one of the turn 3 drone cams that we have out here tonight, going to have a few of them on display for you. Something new here at, well, you know what they say in Texas, everything's bigger in Texas. You got to go big or go home here at No Limits Texas Motor Speedway. And, well, we're going to pull out some great drone camera shots for you tonight. Going to jump back a little closer to the action and watch these two drivers continue to go at it. That's going to be for third and fourth. Linenger's got it. Fernandez wants it. Rhett Tucker losing a little bit of speed, dropping back through the field just a little bit. He sits now just over a half a second back from Fernandez. And got to wonder, is it maybe some dirty air causing him to want to come and say, no, Rhett Tucker, he's going to go ahead and come to pit road on lap 32. Chad Osborne also going to come to pit road. Nick Hunt was on to pit road the lap before that. The 00 snuck in and down onto pit road without us catching it out the corner of our eye. Adam Pettit, Todd Cray, Damian Linegar, they all stay out on the track as Fernandez right here on board overhead camera shot. And I do believe we've got an in-car camera. Do we yet? Yep. Yes, we do. In-car camera here with that 3 of Roy Fernandez as he's trying to chase back down that 2 of Damian Linegar. Linegar able to step away just a little bit as more drivers head to pit road. Todd Cray, Anthony Keys, Jason Harrison, Hunter Corrier, and John Wimbish, Jeff Gluckner, all going to pull down to pit lane for their first round of service and tires. 7 drivers now make that 9 as Thorndike and Schutte pass pit road that time around. And it looks like Fernandez on the brakes, across the line. Oh, gets it down to speed. What a run right there. Damian Linegar going to retake control of tonight's race. That's going to give us our second different lead change of the night. 18 of Casey Duncan, he's going to stay out there on track. What does Thorndike and Schutte do? They're going to pass pit road as well. So 4 drivers left to come to pit road as Linegar pulls off this time by. We'll take a look back here with the Great House 18 Toyota Supra. Duncan going to peel off and head to pit road as well. What does Thorndike do? He's going to hit pit road this time as well. Ron Schutte, he's going to come to pit road for tires as well. What's it gonna be right here? Todd Cray looks like he may very well inherit this race lead, coming to pit road just about a lap sooner than the guys around him. And Cray may close to the outside wall off of turn 4. Linegar down and away off of pit road up to speed. He's gonna lose that top spot. Todd Cray gonna take control over the race. That's gonna give us our third lead change amongst 3 different drivers here tonight. Fastest time of the race being thrown down that last time by your race leader, the 22 Pets Paradise for Pets, Todd Cray, doing man, that was about a half a second faster than anybody getting on and off pit road. And oh, trouble on the track. Caution flag flies for the first time here tonight on lap number 35. Field going to come to a crawl here and catch up to the tail end of the iRacing pace car on lap number 36. We'll go back, take a little look, see if we can't see what happened here. Looks like, I don't know, maybe Nick Hunt, Damian Linegar may have been involved as Linegar's down onto pit road. Now let's take a look with the turn 3 replay. Oh my gosh, and Linegar hard into the outside wall. That's what done it. Oh my gosh. That's going to be big time. Let's take one more look at it here. Oh, and Linegar just off of the corner exit. Looked like he was low on the track. Oh, man. That was some hard impact as well. One more look at what went down here. Oh, and there you can see that hard impact. And there's Nick Hunt. Nowhere to go for Hunt. He's going to have some heavy damage, I do believe. Man, That was a hard hit for Leninger, and I think that's pretty much going to do it for his night. Looks like they have already pulled the car behind a pit wall. That is it. It's going to head to the hauler, and driver's going to head down pit road. But Roy Fernandez, how about this? Going to play some games. Fernandez going to stay out. He'll take control of the race for the first time here tonight. That'll give us our fourth different lead change amongst four different drivers here tonight. And well, as we find ourselves under a crawl, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. But don't worry, you won't miss any of the action as we go swift, side by side. And back trackside as promised, not missing any of the action. Field double file behind the iRacing pace car. First time caution flew here tonight, back on lap number 34. Brings the field to a crawl. New race leader, Roy Fernandez, gonna bring the field back to the green flag this time around. Tell you what, why don't we watch it from high above, give you a spotter's bird's eye view as they work their way down into turn number 3 this time by. Those gaps going to begin to tighten up there. You can see that Fox number 5 of Chad Osborne out there. Third car in line, outside lane. The 58 of Adam Pettit, early race leader, way back in traffic. Todd Cray back in traffic now as well. They work their way off of 4. Pace car gonna make the left-hand turn, get out the way, and on the gas, green flag flies for the second time here tonight from No Limits Texas Motor Speedway. Race number 8 back underway. Drivers side by side back behind Roy Fernandez, who stayed out under that caution, and looks like the 18 of Casey Duncan, who also stayed out, looks like he's going to struggle just a little bit. He's going to fall back through this field. The 5 of Osborne now looking for a position on him. We'll go back towards the front of this field here in just a moment, get a little closer to the action. 5 looks to the inside. Duncan not going to have any of it. He'll close the door, looks to do it in one once again. Leaves a lane down there on the bottom if he wants to get there. Todd Cray packed up right behind him. But how about these drivers at the front of the field? Rhett Tucker, he's not allowed Roy Fernandez to get away. Here comes that 99 of Tucker. Tucker looking to get back to the race lead since the first 10 laps of this race here tonight. 43 laps now in the books out of the 125 scheduled in the official race distance around this 1.44 mile D-shaped oval, very similar to Atlanta Motor Speedway's layout as well as Charlotte Motor Speedway's layout, all owned by the Speedway Corporation. So all of these tracks kind of like each other, cookie cutter if you will, but they do race very differently. The corner entries are very different here into turn number 1 at Texas than what they are at Charlotte Motor Speedway. A lot more racing room out there on the track here at Texas than there is at, let's say, Atlanta, where the groove is much, much smaller. As now about 5 laps after the restart, things start to calm themselves down somewhat. Drivers still all over each other, but nose to tail all throughout this 20-car field we started with here tonight on the starting grid. We have still got 19 out there on the track running. Only 17 left on the lead lap. Can we see what we seen last night? A dominant performance in the Truck Series last night by John Weinrich. Weinrich going, basically putting the entire field down except for the podium spots. The top 3 only drivers that finished on the lead lap. Roy Fernandez holding his own right now with 4-lap older tires than the drivers behind him. Cream rising to the top once again, though. Todd Cray now back inside of your top 5. Rhett Tucker sits in second. And Casey Duncan, now that he's dropped back to the 5th position, it looks like he's holding his own here on those older tires. He's out there with the older tires, just like Roy Fernandez, as we go overhead camera shot right there with a few of these drivers. Not sure who we want to stay with. Looked at Todd Cray for a minute. Now we're riding with Casey Duncan. There you can see a lot of drivers stacked up with that Great House 18's Toyota Supra. Take a look off of the rear deck lid. Here you go. There's that 5 of Chad Osborne. Darren Clement, Pierce Maffitt not too far up behind him. The 44 of Jason Ayerson is going to round out your top 10 as we head back into turn number 3. Fernandez still leads by 3/10. You hear how long Duncan is out of the gas through the center of the corner. I'm not sure how much longer that's going to take. That's going to happen. And take a look at this great camera shot off of the side of the car right here, just above one of those air inlets. And oh no, excuse me, had to sneeze right there. Do apologize for having to mute the mic, but didn't think you'd want to hear all that. How about that 41 of Pierce Maffitt? We got a great look at him right now as we are on the side camera right here with the 18 of Casey Duncan. We'll jump back out to the TV cameras here for you, let you see a little bit more of that action unfolding as the Blues die-cast 41 of Maffitt trying to go to the inside. He's going to make one Supra drop one spot. Can he get by this 18 of Casey Duncan? Meanwhile, back at the front of this field, we'll take a look at this drone camera shot a little bit higher above the racetrack here. Todd Cray in the 22, he's been able to get by. Rhett Tucker Cray able to step out just a little bit. 0.3 of a second separation already. About a 6-car length advantage for Cray as he tries to reel in Roy Fernandez at the front of this field in that AC Delco sponsored Chevy Camaro. Back to one of our normal camera shots here at Texas Motor Speedway. Do want to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of these crew members allowing us to come out there, strap a few of these cameras to the cars, a few of them to the helmets, and a big shout out to all the crew chiefs and team owners allowing us excuse me, to do everything that we do here pre-race and leading up to these great races that Swift Motorsports puts on. If you're looking for a great league to run in, look no further than right here. You can find them over there on the website down in the description. You can also find them on Facebook.com. That's Swift Motorsports. You can also find them on iRacing.com's league directories. Just type in Swift Motorsports, hit one of these admins up, and see if you can't fit into one of their 4 great series, all right here under the Swift Motorsports umbrella on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Close racing action once again at the front of this field. Todd Cray has caught Fernandez, looks to the inside, heading into turn 3, and he's going to take that spot with a fair amount of ease. The 58 of Adam Pettit, he looks to put his Ford Mustang back up there inside of the top 2. He's going to look for that second spot on Fernandez down to the inside, back into turn number 1. The 58 of Pettit to the bottom. He'll grab the second spot away from Fernandez. Todd Cray now has a rear view mirror full of the 58 of Pettit, who is on his way to the front. Pierce Maffitt starting to close in now on Anthony Keys as well, leaving Casey Duncan behind by a half a second. Close little battle just around that top 10. We're going to take a look at this one right here. There you can see Darren Clement, Jason Harrison, Nick Hunt. They're all going at it 9th, 10th, 11th on the speedway here. So it's not just battles at the front. It's battles in the mid-pack, battles in the back, as well as Hunter Corriere. Here's trying to get by the 10 of Gary May. That's going to be for 13th on the speedway. Are they going to be able to make that position up? He's going to take that 13th spot away. Adam Pettit able to get by Todd Cray for the race lead. Pettit going to go back to the top of the speed charts, back to the top of the leaderboard. That's going to give us our 6th different lead change here tonight amongst 4 different drivers. And now that we've started to get that longer green flag run, about 20 laps into this green flag run now, you can really see where those 4-lap difference on the tires is really starting to show up. Fernandez last time by a 31.43 to the race leader. Adam Pettit's 31.24, so 0.2 of a second back. And really, if you look back there to Casey Duncan running in the 7th position, he ran a 31.62, so just a tick slower as well on his timing right now with those old tires. Excuse me, my gosh. Goodness. Don't worry, Dave's not dying. I promise, it's okay. Close battle right here. 8th, 9th, 10th on the speedway. Chad Osborne, Jason Harrison, Nick Hunt, they're going to battle for position. We've got more battles throughout this field. I want to go up to this one just outside of your top 5 involving Pierce Maffitt, who now runs in that 5th position, up 8 spots from where he started tonight's race. Maffitt breaking into the top 5, and he's going to look for some more. He's got the 99 of Rhett Tucker to get by, and after Tucker led a lap there, he has dropped back to 4th, so it looks like race pace may be an issue. Out of that 99, he fires off very quick, but having that long run pace may be coming back to haunt that 99. Right now, the Ford Mustang is going to drop back to 4th, while Ford teammate tops the speed charts. The 58 of Adam Pettit leads everybody. There's Todd Cray just 0.3 of a second back, but Pettit beginning to pad his back pocket with the laps led. There you can see a little bit of information about the Kansas driver. Sponsored by Long MacArthur Ford, Silverback Tax, and Sparkle and Shine Mobile Detailing. Adam Pettit looking for a race win here for the first time this season, season number 3 in Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. When will your race leader hit pit road again? He was last to pit road back on lap number 37 under the caution, and he was to pit road just a handful of laps before that. I would say somewhere around that lap 30 mark, so drivers definitely on the cusp of having another round of green flag pit stops. And even though we've had those rounds of green flag pit stops before that caution, nobody really caught out by when the caution flag flew. Still 17 drivers on the lead lap, but Adam Pettit, Todd Cray, they're beginning to work their way towards some of those back markers. Tommy Haynes in danger of falling victim to your race leader and falling back a lap behind this field. Todd Cray still right there hounding him, giving him a mirror full. But it looks like the Long MacArthur Ford Mustang not phased one bit. He'll come back off of 4, cross the stripe. He'll begin lap number 63 out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And with finishing that lap, we have crossed that halfway threshold here tonight. So if we get a rainstorm rolling in, well, race will be scored official. But with the sun shining, I don't believe we could have any more of a beautiful day here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Great Xfinity action on display for you. If you haven't already, race fans out there in TV land, join us in that push to 2,000 subscribers. I know you can do it. I know you can help us on out. And while you're over here, go ahead and drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding through to say what's up, or you are the dedicated fan, friend, or family, we do appreciate each and every one of you. As a matter of fact, Jess, good to see you out there on the track. Greg, one of the Truck Series drivers, checking in, getting on to me a little bit for having the spotters still turned on at the beginning of tonight's race. But good to see all of you out there in the chat. Good to see you joining us here once again. And, well, Jess, you very well maybe cheering that 22 right to a victory lane spot here tonight. Running in second here tonight, has pretty much ran inside of the top 5 since the drop of the initial green flag. Cray up 4 positions from where he started tonight's race, sitting in that second position as they go around the track here, still trying to just find a little more speed before we hit that second round of green flag pit stops. But it looks like Rhett Tucker, he's already made his second stop of the night. Jim Thorndike, he's going to head to pit road here very shortly as well. Thorndike rounds out the driver sitting on the lead lap all the way back in the 14th position. Ron Schutte now going to lose a spot to Thorndike. That's going to be for 13th. Nick Hunt getting by Jeff Gluckner for 17th, that time by on the speedway. We'll jump around a little bit. What do you say? Let's jump back here, take a look, see what's going on with that number 5 of Chad Osborne. We were going to check in with the 18 of Casey Duncan. We'll jump back to Chad Osborne, and then now here to Hunter Cordier as he sits in that 9th position looking for another spot. John Wimbish in the Texaco Havoline black and red Ford Mustang running, I don't want to say that low line, but what used to be the low line, really, because there's like a whole nother lane now after the reconfiguration and the repave here at Texas Motor Speedway. So really, some drivers not quite comfortable with going that low on the apron just yet, still having to adjust their driving style for comfortability with the car. Really a different angle when you pitch the car down in there, and ooh, look at the damage on the right side of that 5. You can see it right there from the overhead camera shot. Right side beaten, battered. He's had some contact with the outside wall, I can guarantee you, and it was more than likely right there off of turn number 4. That seems to have been the trouble spot during happy hour, catching a few of these drivers out on the longer green flag runs, as Roy Fernandez and the 3 AC Delco machine going to come to pit road. That's going to pull Anthony Keys and Casey Duncan down as well. Rest of the field going to stay out on the track. Close little battle here between Wimbish, Osborne, and Clement as they stay out on the track. Todd Cray going to stay at the point for the time being. That's going to be our 7th different race leader of the night. Checking in, let's see where some of those drivers that have already been to pit road, where they're running to pit road almost 10 laps ago. Big undercut going for it right here. Rhett Tucker in that Malware Bites 99 machine, trying to play a little different strategy here. Like I said, he came to pit road right at 10 laps ago. He's running all alone, nobody in front, nobody behind. He's got a 5-second gap back to the 3 of Roy Fernandez. And it looks like this undercut strategy very well may pay off. Race leader Todd Cray to pit road this time by Chad Osborne, Darren Clement, Jim Thorndike, Ron Schutte going to stay on the lead lap. Rhett Tucker is going to get himself back onto the lead lap now as Darren Clement and Chad Osborne head down pit road. What does the 59 of Thorndike do? There's that GTR simulator-sponsored Chevy Camaro. Thorndike, for the time being, up 18 spots on the track, but he's yet to hit pit road for his second time. Ron Schutte in the iHeartRadio-sponsored Toyota Supra. There you can see him off in the background, coming off of turn number 2. He's yet to hit pit road. And looking at that timing and scoring chart over there on the left-hand side of your screen, as Jim Thorndike indeed gonna come to pit road. He'll be scored as an official lap leader, so that's gonna give us 6 different lead changes with 5 different drivers here tonight. And Rhett Tucker looks like he may be sitting in the catbird seat. Yes, sir. 9th different lead change here tonight. The 99 of Rhett Tucker goes back to the point with just about 51 laps remaining. Time is of the essence, getting very crucial here. Roy Fernandez back 4.2, 4.25 seconds back. That is a huge gain. Coming to pit road, it looks like 6 laps before Fernandez did, but a full 9 laps. 9 laps difference. And look at the gap. You'll be able to watch that gap shrink probably fairly quick, but it's going to take about 10 to 15 laps for that to take place. And by that point in time, well, the run's almost over. It's almost time to come right back down to pit road. So getting off strategy here, we may see a fuel game being played by Rhett Tucker, and what a strategy call. Can he get it done here tonight? Sherry, we see out there cheering him along here. This is going to get good here because we've got 3 different pit strategies going on right now. I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and let you see that. Let's get rid of this bottom scroller icon for you. Why don't we get this pit strategy up for you? Take a look at that right there. Look at the difference in those tires. 13 laps, 7 laps, and pretty fresh laps there for Todd Cray. He was on to pit road back on lap 72, so it's a 5-lap tire difference. A 3-lap tire difference from Fernandez back to Cray. So we indeed have a staggered front of this field when it comes to those tires, when it comes to that fuel. And has Rhett Tucker pretty much made his bed. I mean, unless we get a late race caution flag, I don't think anything's going to change here. He's going to have to continue to come to pit road before the rest of the field, and that very well may work to his advantage here. I mean, look at what it got him before. Over a 4.5 second race advantage. I mean, it has disappeared in a hurry. Here's that 3 of Roy Fernandez. Todd Cray not very far off of him. Adam Pettit still just under 3 seconds back, running in the 4th position as Pierce Maffitt now rounds out your top 5, up 8 positions from where he started tonight's race. He'll be tied with Gary May for the biggest mover so far. 3-car battle at the front. Tucker on the outside. He's going to get freight trained by the fresh tires at the bottom of the speedway. Fernandez goes back to the point. 10 different lead changes here tonight amongst 5 different drivers. Things beginning to heat up at the front of the field. And oh, look at that 32 of Darren Clement. He has had some rough contact at some point in time. Still side by side for the race lead. Let's jump back up front. Todd Cray digging on the bottom, looking for the pass. Gonna slide through in the center of 3 and 4. Work his way off of turn 4 with the clear advantage. 2.5 car lengths as they cross the line. Todd Cray goes back to the point. Another lead change back in the bag. That's going to be 11 lead changes here tonight. And Red Tucker, man, he is dropping like a rock. Look at him right there. Tough to see it happening right now, but he's already very close to needing to come back down to pit road. He's only about 10 laps away from having to make that stop. Tucker with just about 20 laps on this fuel run already, and these drivers only able to make it about 29 to 32 laps on the fuel cell, on the full tank of gas. So Pettit closing in, gaining some ground over Tucker. Tucker still falling back just a little bit, but he's going to be to pit road to get those 4 freshies. He's going to feel like Superman once again and look for that undercut to be even bigger this time around. Right here at the front of the field, race leader Todd Cray going to look to put the GTR Simulator driver Jim Thorndike down 1 lap. Thorndike listed as the last driver on the lead lap, running in the 14th position. These long green flag runs can tend to stretch the field out just a little bit, and holding his own right now with every right. Jim Thorndike being a little bit of a thorn in the side of Todd Cray right now. He's going to force him to work for that position. Down into turn 1. And Cray's going to look to the very bottom of the track. Keep that left side down right along that white line. He'll get the advantage off of turn 2 and set his sails in the wind. Already a 1-car advantage going back down into turn number 3. Now Roy Fernandez back over a 1.5 seconds. So the pace beginning to wear off on that 3 of Fernandez as he's got some older tires as well. Adam Pettit back here in that 58 machine. He's sitting in the 3rd spot here tonight. I wonder if he's going to get there, if he's going to have enough time to try to make those fresher tires get up there and around Fernandez. It's still a very, very long way to go here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network as we continue this stretch of green flag racing here in race number 8 in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. And if you haven't already, check them out on Facebook.com. You can go over there, type it on in, Breezy Acres Dairy Farms. Great little farm out there. I'm not going to give you too much information. I want you to go over there and check them out for yourself. Great group up there. Yeah, you got to check it out. Promise you won't be disappointed. Point standing scrolling across the bottom ticker for you once again here, letting you keep track of how things are going and shaking out through this entire season. And as we begin to close in on the final few races of the season for these Xfinity Series drivers, we head to a short track that put on some great racing action the past 2 nights here in Swift Motorsports. Iowa Speedway going to host next week's race for the Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Then we'll head to Charlotte and Atlanta to start the chase for these Xfinity Series drivers. So it's 2 very different tracks coming up. Iowa and Charlotte, that's going to set the field. That's going to set the grid when we head into Pocono. Did I say it was Pocono? I think I said it was Pocono. No, Atlanta. Why did I say Pocono? Because the last race of the regular season for the Butt Kicker Airs iRacing Paints Arca Menard Series and the Performance Truck Series, the last regular season race for those 2 series here with Swift Motorsports, that's going to be at the Tricky Triangle up there in Honeymooners Land. Pocono Raceway going to host the final regular season races for both of those divisions. Charlotte Motor Speedway hosting the last regular season race here in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. We're going to ride just above the hood right here. Adam Pettit in the 58. He's going to look to the inside of Roy Fernandez, look to take that second spot away as Fernandez now drops back to third. Rhett Tucker, after a big undercut, he's going to drop back to the 5th position for the time being. And look for him to be on pit road here very shortly. It's going to be very close, man. I'm telling you, his fuel mileage strategy, it's right there on the edge. And, I'm not sure if the tires are going to hold on long enough to hold off the field. It's going to be very close looking at the lap times. Last time by, your race leader about a half a second faster than that 99 of Tucker. So now that the leader's tires have wore, that speed difference is beginning to equal itself back out. It's beginning to even itself back out, come back down the other way. The lap times are beginning to mirror each other a little bit more. Man, I really want to see what's going to happen here between Tucker, Fernandez, Cray, and Pettit. Todd Cray with a 2.5 second advantage over Adam Pettit. They have a 1 lap difference on the tires. I really just think that's a on and off pit road difference on the speedway. Looking at the last time they were on pit road, as Rhett Tucker pulls the pit road, he's going to begin his final stop of the race. Tucker, first driver to peel off of the track and head to pit road. But as I was saying there, last time, on and off pit road is how we're going to measure the pit lane delta time. 42 seconds from the time he crossed the line for the service and getting back up to speed and on the track. 42.40 for Todd Cray. Adam Pettit, 43.97. So over a second and a half lost on and off pit road for Pettit. And, well, there you can see what that does for you. 2.4 seconds back on the track as they run. Roy Fernandez going to head to pit road this time around. Will anybody extend the run longer than what we seem to have to take less fuel than what some of these drivers that are heading down to pit road right now may have to take? Great time on and off pit road and in the box for Rhett Tucker. He's back up to speed off of pit road with just 42.93 seconds. That's very close to what Cray pulled off last green flag pit stop, as now the 00 of Nick Hunt. He's going to pull his Depend Supra down to pit lane for his final set of 4 tires and fuel. Well, I think he's got 2 or 3 more actual sets behind the wall. Looks like they're actually going to go ahead and glue one up should we get a late race caution. Because, I mean, look right here. We're knocking on the door of crossing that 100-lap threshold and going to be down to under 25 laps to go here very, very shortly. And it looks like some of these drivers they definitely are going to make it on the fuel Todd Cray's going to continue to lead the field. 2.6 second advantage over this driver, the 58 of Adam Pettit, running strong here tonight. Pierce Maffitt, how about the run this driver's had? This 41 machine has been fast all night long. We'll take a look at him from the turn 3 drone cam, follow him around just a little bit. There you can see that 32 of Darren Clement, the Busch sponsored driver, beaten up just a little bit here tonight on that front end. There you can see Roy Fernandez. He's going to go around Pierce Maffitt as Maffitt's going to peel off the pit road. Let's go see where your race leader is at. Todd Cray going to come off of turn number 2, head back down the backstretch. 2.44 second advantage over Adam Pettit, running back in second. John Wimbish going to stay out on the track this time around. Wimbish going to take over the 3rd position. Looking back, where is Rhett Tucker? Back in 11th right now. He was the first driver to pit lane. Roy Fernandez went to pit road right behind him, and Fernandez has gotten on and off pit road faster and back up to speed, so Tucker's going to gain some ground, but he's going to need some help to try to get by Roy Fernandez, and then it is still a very long run as we're going to cross the line, this time by lap 100. Going to go on the board, and no, Todd Cray going to pull to pit road. We're going to have to wait for the 56 of John Wimbish to go across the start-finish line to begin lap number 100 here tonight. Jim Thorndike, Roy Fernandez, Darren Clement, Rhett Tucker, Ron Schutte, all lined up with each other, looking to get themselves back on the lead lap, and looks like Schutte's going to do so as Wimbish pulls the pit road. Can Thorndike work his way through 3 and 4 and back across the line for the race lead, or will he pull down to pit road? Looks like he's going to pull to pit road late. Fernandez going to go flying by. Thorndike slow, little bit of a slide onto pit road right there. We'll take a look back at the front, though. Check this out. Roy Fernandez going to take control over the race once again, so he'll go back to the point. 12th different lead change of the night. Todd Cray, Darren Clement, Rhett Tucker now sitting in 4th. Ron Schutte continues to stay out on track. He'll sit in 5th. Crossing the line that time by the Cuban Missile Rocket. Roy Fernandez going to give us just 25 laps to go. And I tell you what, with just 25 laps to go, why don't we run down, do some driver highlights and spotlights. Let's run down your top 5. A driver at the point leading the race, the Cuban Missile Rocket himself, Lansing, Michigan's very own Roy Fernandez leads the field here. He's going to go back to the point for the 2nd time tonight. Gain that spot through the round of green flag pit stops. He's going to look to close out tonight's race. Has a 2.5 second race advantage over 2nd place. Todd Cray right there in that 22 machine. He's going to bring himself down to turn number 3, closing in fast, almost 0.4 of a second faster than your race leader last time by. Todd Cray looks to put that 22 back at the point. Rhett Tucker with some great race strategy, great fuel and tire strategy here tonight. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to come up just a little bit short on a race winning strategy, but gonna have one heck of a run, sitting 3rd right now, rounding out your podium spots, and he's got himself a little bit of distance over the driver sitting in that 4th spot. Still yet to come to pit road. Driver out of Kissimmee, that's Darren Clement in the Busch Ford GTR Simulator Infinite Heroes sponsored East Coast Motorsports machine. Clement runs in 4th, but still has to come to pit road for his final stop. Driver rounding out your top 5 here tonight, the Blues Diecast 41 Toyota Supra, piloted by Pierce Maffitt. He's got Anthony Keys tucked up right behind him. That 87 machine looking for a spot inside of the top 5 as well. They're battling now 5th and 6th on the speedway. But once Clement comes to pit road for his green flag pit stops, that's going to put that as a battle for 4th and 5th instead of 5th and 6th. Unless we get that late race caution, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Drivers right on the cusp of just 20 laps to go. My goodness, this thing could get interesting. And what's happened at the front of the field? We'll take a look right here. Todd Cray just 0.6 of a second off of Roy Fernandez, looking to take that top spot back away 7.5 seconds back. His third place runner, Rhett Tucker, and he's got himself a little bit of a gap, a little bit of a distance between himself and Pierce Maffitt. About 3.5 seconds separates third and fourth. So Rhett Tucker's strategy looking to pay off, looking to pan out here and walk away with a top 3. We'll have to wait to see if that's the way the case closes here tonight, as Battle and Todd Cray's gonna cut the battle short. Going to keep it down there on that white line through 1 and 2. He's going to grab that spot heading down the backstretch. Now back down into turn 3. He'll gain 5 car lengths over Fernandez as Fernandez falls from the top spot back to second. Cray to the point once again. 13th different lead change here tonight from No Limits Texas Motor Speedway. Race number 8 in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Been a long time since we did a little house cleaning, so why don't we get back to that real quick, run down some of the official business of the race here tonight. 20 drivers took to the starting grid here tonight. We have still got 18 out there on the track, with now only 9 drivers left on the lead lap. The 56 Ford Mustang, the Toyota Havoline, the Texaco Havoline, a Ford Mustang piloted by John Wimbish, last driver on the lead lap, but Wimbish very close to falling victim to your race leader, Todd Cray, and falling off of the lead lap. Nick Hunt with a solid run in that Depends double O. He sits in 8th inside of your top 10. How about the big move by Hunter Corrier? He's going to gain 4 positions on the race here tonight. He sits in 7th. Jason Harrison, one of the biggest movers of the race, man on screen right here. We'd be remiss if we didn't give a shout out to my Carlton, Michigan Dragons Garden Pure Inc. sponsored JB Motorsports driver. And what in the world? Jason Harrison, where'd you go? There you are, buddy. Driver up 9 positions here tonight. He's tied with Gary May as well as Pierce Maffitt. All 3 of those drivers have gained 9 positions on the night. So we'll take a look. Give you a little bit of a shout out. Look right there to Pierce Maffitt running well here tonight inside your top 5. What about Gary May? Another driver up 9 positions here tonight. And the Hellmans, Make Taste Not Waste, sponsored Chevy Camaro. That's the first time I've ever read that rap. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Make Taste Not Waste. I love it. Gary May runs just outside of your top 10. The 10 machine sits up 9 spots, but still in 11th. Meanwhile, back towards the front of this field, Pierce Maffitt slowly beginning to reel in this driver right here. Rhett Tucker now 9 seconds behind Roy Fernandez, and he is trying to get a little bit of a draft help off of that 18 of Casey Duncan to try to help him stay out in front of that 41 of Pierce Maffitt. We knew coming in those final 10 laps or so was going to get really close here for Tucker to try to keep himself in a podium spot. And we have got a great battle getting ready to unfold right here. About 5 laps difference on the tires between these 2 drivers. Tucker to pit road back on lap number 92. Pierce Maffitt came to pit road on lap 97. So 5 laps to be exact between those 2 drivers. Fuel and tire strategy. There's a and there's a look over that 41 of Pierce Maffitt's Toyota Supra, looking at the back end of Rhett Tucker, stepping out a little bit there, coming off of corner exit of turn number 2. Still battling for that position. Not much has changed at the front of this field. Todd Craig continues to lead Roy Fernandez. That gap has doubled since last time we checked in on that battle. Now a 4.4 second advantage for that 22 of Todd Craig, looking to secure his third win of the season. Rhett Tucker doing a heck of a job here with older tires, keeping himself right there in that final podium spot. Man, I tell you what, we're going to stay right here as this is your best battle. It is absolutely going to come down to the wire between these two drivers. Looks like Maffitt going to look to use a little bit of side draft, trying to slow down that 99 for just a moment. Tucker gonna hug that white line, take the lane away from Maffitt. He's gonna force him to the high side in 1 and 2. Maffitt look to the bottom right there down the backstretch, not gonna pull it to the bottom in 3 and 4. Oh, a little bit of a magic man. Now you see me, now you don't moment there for Tucker for just a blink of an eye, really. And whoa, sideways. Tail happy out of turn 4 with now just 9 laps to go. Maffitt gonna force it in there. Gonna drop it to the bottom of the speedway, and he's gonna route that 99 to the high side. Tucker may be in trouble. Tucker may be in trouble here halfway down the backstretch. They'll drag race into turn number 3 now. Advantage for the time being with that 41 Blues diecast machine looking for a big crossover. Tucker right there in the draft. He is not giving up. And what has happened to Adam Pettit? Very long time in his box and on and off pit road. Last time around over a minute and a half on and off pit road. And Adam Pettit has fallen from grace. He was inside of your top 5 for the majority of tonight's race. Now he sits back 1 lap down outside of your top 10, running in the 12th position. But right now, Rhett Tucker, he's trying to hound back down that 41 of Pierce Maffitt. Those 5-lap fresher tires may be showing up now here late in the going. Just 7 laps to go as we make our way back down the backstretch. Pettit gonna look to the bottom of the speedway. He'll make his way around the 99 of Rhett Tucker. Not a pass for a position between those two drivers. Todd Cray, man, what can you say about this man's drive here tonight? My goodness, he has absolutely just stepped it on out. Made the pass on the 56 of John Wimbish. He's going to put the Texaco Havoline 56 down 1 lap. That's going to leave us with just 8 drivers on the lead lap as the boss man gives them the wave. High five, 5 laps to go here from No Limits Texas Motor Speedway in season number 3, race number 8. Here for Swift Motorsports, BUTTKICKER, Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Gray looking to capture the flag for the 3rd time here tonight, and it is smooth sailing out in front. Not a lot of traffic for him to run up on. I believe that is that 00 of Nick Hunt. I say not a lot of traffic because, look, just out in front of Nick Hunt, there's not a lot of people, and there's not a lot of pressure behind behind Cray. So he doesn't really have to force the issue here and go up there and put Nick Hunt a lap down. Although for bragging rights, you know, having just 7 drivers on the lead lap, you could brag about that if you want. We'll go back with the overhead camera shot here with Todd Cray as we cross the line that time by just 3 laps remain. Tell you what, we haven't had an in-car camera shot here. Let's take a look at the man doing the business in the office here tonight. Todd Cray gonna work his way through 3 and 4. Now back through the tri-oval. Popsicle sticks on display. 2 laps to go for the 22 of Cray. No real battle for position here throughout the rest of this field. Rhett Tucker, unfortunately, has not been able to gain any ground. He's dropping a little bit further off of pace. What a great strategy. It was almost there for Rhett Tucker. He'll just miss your podium spots It looks like he should walk away with a 4th place finish here tonight, but still a very solid run as Cray gonna cross the line. White flag, final lap here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. And Willie put Hunt down a lap on the last lap. Looked like Nick Hunt looked it out to go down to the bottom of the speedway for a minute to give him that lane if he wanted, and Cray, well, just didn't take advantage of it. Todd Cray, man, off of 4 for the final time. He'll cross the line. Checkered flag in hand. Your race winner. Once again here tonight. 3 race wins now in the bag for that man, Todd Cray. Gonna cool down the 22 and get himself ready for some post-race celebrations, man. You don't want to miss this one, I am sure. I'll tell you what, let's stay here for just a moment. Let's see if we can't catch some of this post-race celebration. And I tell you what, it is gonna get good. Why don't we go drone cam for this one? And there it is, the spin and burning it down after walking away with his 3rd win of the season. The 22 of Todd Cray. Cray captures the flag here tonight. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break as Cray enjoys his post-race celebrations. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with your post-race interviews. Back trackside after a missed push of some buttons here in the cave. You know, it gets dark in here sometimes, and when you don't have the glasses on, you push the wrong buttons. But nonetheless, back trackside as promised after the conclusion of another crazy good race here at Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. And well, let's jump right into your post race interviews. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a word with the driver inside of that 41 machine walking away third here tonight. Pierce, it's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Hey, bud, how you doing? How you feeling after, I believe this is a back-to-back podium finish for you, huh?
Yeah, it is. I'm feeling pretty good. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get points for the last one because there was a glitch that was sending some people to the back, so they've just declared that a non-points race. But it's still nice to have 2 consecutive podiums. I think it's the first time I've done this.
Yeah, well, I mean, there again, I mean, you mentioned, the misfortune of last week's race at Talladega, unfortunately wiping away the point side of the great finish for you. But, I mean, the momentum is there. It is building for you, back-to-back podium finishes. How are you feeling about Iowa? How are you feeling about Charlotte to end the regular season?
Iowa, I don't expect much from. I'm not sure if they've changed the setup for these cars there recently, but usually it's just way too tight. Charlotte is a track I've been pretty good at, though, so I'm looking forward to that.
All right, Pierce. Well, man, after the end of 125 laps here at a very fast track here, Texas Motor Speedway, you're gonna walk away third here tonight. So before we let you go, though, you got any special shout outs, thank yous, love yous? Want to thank anybody back home?
Yeah, I just want to thank all the guys here at Collier Motorsports, of course, Blues Diecast for sponsoring some of our cars this season. Um, yeah, I'd like to especially thank my team owner, Hunter Collier. He's been pretty helpful, and he's been really good at getting this team set up in such a short amount of time.
All right, my man. Well, looks like we'll start to head off to Iowa here shortly, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you in some post race interviews at the end of next week's race as well.
All right, I hope so.
All right, there you have it. Final words out of the 41 of Pierce Maffitt. He's going to walk away with the third position here tonight. Another solid run. Great back-to-back finishes for him. Unfortunately, no points coming from the Talladega race for these Xfinity Series drivers, but still the momentum building, carrying him closer to a championship chase spot. Maffitt is sitting just 44 points out of the points lead, so those consistent runs going to pay off here, I am sure. And, well, let's see if we can now dial up the driver that walked away in second here tonight. Let's dial up the man himself, the Cuban Missile Rocket, Roy Fernandez. It's Dave in the booth. You got me?
I got you, Dave.
Hey, man, Roger told me I can say that anytime I want.
Yeah, that's fine with me. That's a good nickname. I like it.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm protected, so it's okay. Now, Roy, man, heck of a run for you here tonight. You started outside pole, there at the start of the race, obviously, and now you finish right where you started. Was there speed in the car? Was it lacking anywhere? How could you walked away one spot better?
I think during that caution, if I would have stayed with the group, could have been a little bit different of an outcome. Because I had to pit a few laps earlier than they did. If I would have stayed with them, I probably could have maintained in the draft as well and kind of kept up. I think that would have been a little bit different, but because I decided to stay in first, lead a couple laps and just different strategy. I knew I could make it to the end, but I didn't know how things would play out. So I think if I would have stayed, or if I would have went in with everyone else, I could have probably been in competition with Todd to maybe battle a little bit more for first. But my tires were definitely much more worn when he was coming by, so I just let him go.
All right. Well, Roy, gonna look at these last two races that we have: Iowa Speedway. Then we're gonna head off to Charlotte Motor Speedway, the beast of the southeast, to finish off the regular season here. With those two races left, do you think you're gonna make up enough ground in the points that we may see you with a chance to run for the championship?
And I sure hope so, Dave. It's been a rough season for me this season here. I haven't really been able to do much. No, it's not that I didn't have speed or anything, but just unfortunate circumstances, getting wrecked out, lap traffic and such. So the key is to be consistent at every track, not inconsistent, and just it's not what I've been doing this season. So that's lack on my part. So I just got to get better, move on to the next week, forget the past, and just keep turning left. I like Iowa. I like Charlotte. Like I said, I just got to keep being consistent and do my rounds. Hopefully, I can do it.
All right, my man. Well, Roy, again, congratulations on the great run here tonight, walking away second from the track here tonight. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs? Thank you, love yous. Thank anybody back home in Michigan?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got to thank ECM Motorsports. I got to thank Todd and Darren. Been hanging out with them here the past few races and learning from them and strategizing and kind of coming together as a team to get better and stuff like that. So it's great learning from them. They're really strong competitors and they're really good at racing. So I appreciate learning from them any chance I get. Got to thank Swift Motorsports. Got to thank Turn Three Network. You, Dave, in the booth, you do great. Got to thank the admins, Don and Gary tonight, and typically Andy. Got to thank Justin, the owner for the league. He does a great job and make sure that we're all able to have a nice place to race and be competitive and have some fun. And clearly, last but not least, the wifey, Marissa, my sweetheart. She's actually right next to me right now, so I gotta thank her and letting me race.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you didn't thank her, you were probably gonna get punched. I'm just saying. Well, my man Roy, again, a pleasure catching up with you here in post race interviews. Do appreciate you taking a moment to talk to us, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you at Iowa or Charlotte, or at least before the end of this season.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely hope so. I appreciate it, Dave. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, there you have it. Final words from the driver walking away in the second spot here tonight. The Cuban Missile Rocket, Roy Fernandez, gonna start outside pole position for the race. Gonna finish right where he started, right there in the second spot here tonight. So a great run being had out of that 3AC Delco sponsored Camaro. Fernandez walks away in second. And well, that's going to bring us to a driver that I know, we all love him. We can always find him towards the front of the field. Todd Gray, it's Dave in the booth. How you doing after your third win?
Hey Dave, how you doing, man? Feeling good, buddy. Feeling good. Good long race there. A lot of different things happening, and felt like we were off there for some weeks, and just really needed to come back and get a good solid finish, and we really ran it out well there.
Yeah, we were off for some weeks. We were off for like what, a week and a half or something like that. We didn't hit the track. No, I'm just kidding, man. Back to winning ways though. Most importantly, back to your winning ways. The chase getting ready to start. Just 2 races left in the regular season. Is this the switch? Or are we seeing you flip the switch and get ready for that postseason?
Yeah, I'm all about momentum, and kind of lost it a little bit there with the break, and ECM Motorsports and Darren, he's leading the points here regular season, so that's pretty cool. I don't know how that worked out tonight, but yeah, interesting race, and just one of those deals. Roy was short pitting there a little bit, so I had to keep an eye on him, and I know Adam was fast all night, and I was trying to keep an eye on him and just kind of get pit strategy together, and I think Adam had trouble on pit road, and had to run down Roy there at the end, so it kind of worked out good for me. But yeah, for sure, momentum is important. Keeping it clean, man. That's what you got to do. You got to keep it clean and race when it's time to race, and give way when you got to give way.
Well, you didn't give these drivers any chance to breathe on and off pit road during those green flag pit cycles. Your pit road delta is always faster. Without giving away secrets, is there something you do that these drivers just aren't seeing?
No, just got to make sure you adjust your brake bias right coming in. Thinking maybe that's what happened to Adam tonight, possibly coming into the pit, and yeah, you got to get some practice runs in, and you just got to, you can't hit it too fast. You got to be patient. You can't try to win it on pit road, but surely you don't want to lose it on pit road. So that's usually the philosophy, and everybody makes little mistakes here and there, and we try to eliminate those little mistakes, and it shows when we come out of the pit, especially if you got a lap or two fresh tires. And I know Roy pit a little early, so Yeah, it really helped us. But every once in a while we'll have a little glitch, but on the most part, yeah, we're right on pit road.
All right. Well, again, my man Todd, congratulations walking away with your third win of the season right here, checkered flag from Texas Motor Speedway. You know the drill, so we're just going to hand you the mic and step back.
Yeah, man, Swifty Motorsports. I have a great time racing here. Great racing, Butt Kicker, Breezy Acres Dairy Farms, Turn 3 Racing Network, Dave there and everybody putting on a great show for us here. Pets in Paradise, Infinite Hero, my cousin Jess. It's been a little while, Jess, so that one's for you. And her little pup there, Trixie. Hope she gets well soon. And yeah, that's about it. We're gonna do some preparation for the next couple weeks and put it to them, and hopefully fly right into the championship.
All right, my man. Well, we'll be looking for you in the post-race interviews again. And, well, until then, man, enjoy this win.
Yes, sir. Have a great night, guys.
All right, there you have it. Todd Cray, your race winner here tonight from No Limits Texas Motor Speedway. He's going to walk away with his third race win of the season, setting that momentum up, getting ready to switch gears and get into championship racing mode. Cray now going to lead everybody in the season with those 3 wins. Justin Gann with 2 wins to his name. Brett Tucker, Damian Liniger also with a win to their names. But Cray beginning to put his stamp on this season. Now just 2 races left to go in the regular season. Does anybody have any surprises up their sleeves? Will we see some brand new race winners? We're going to have to wait until Iowa to find out. Not that it's that far off. It's only next week. And you can indeed hear that the producer's hitting those music buttons in the background. So it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here from Texas No Limits Motor Speedway. In race number 8 here for the Breezy Acres Dairy Farm Xfinity Series, Todd Cray gonna take the top spot, walk away with his third checkered flag. The Cuban Missile Rocket Roy Fernandez gonna bring the AC Delco sponsored number 3 home in the second spot. Pierce Maffin with a return to the podium. He'll finish tonight's race back in third. Fourth place here tonight belongs to Brett Tucker. Big time strategy almost worked out for him. Coming up just short of a podium spot, Tucker walks away in 4th. 87 of Anthony Keys walks away in 5th. Jason Ayerson home in 6th spot. 7th belongs to Hunter Collier, while Nick Hunt finishes in 8th. John Limbish brings the 56 machine home in 9th, while Chad Osborne rounds out your top 10. Adam Pettit, Gary May back in 12th. The 18 of Casey Duncan gonna slot home in 13th tonight. 14th spot goes to the 32 Busch Ford Mustang of Darren Clement. Jim Thorndike gonna bring the GTR Simulator 59 machine home in the 15th position. 28 of Ron Shute gonna walk away in 16th spot. 17th goes to Jeff Gluckner. Stephen Ayers Jr. going to bring the 31 machine home in the 18th spot here tonight, walking away from the track back in 19th. The 17 of Tommy Haynes. Damian Leininger, your pole sitter, with some trouble here tonight. He'll finish 90 laps down outside of, well, last driver in the top 20. And he will round out the field for tonight with that top 20. Big shout out, tip of the cap. Thank you and you're welcome to our race control officials and admins over there in the race control booth. Austin Alberton, Gary Wells, and Don Kidder for all they've done here, not just tonight, but all season long. And well, race fans, not much for us left to do here except begin to wind things down, roll up some of the cords. So if you haven't already, join us in the push. Tell your friends, tell your friends' friend to come on over here. Check out some great racing action 7 days a week. Join us in the push to 2,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Every single time you stop by. Great racing action 7 days a week. No need to write it on your calendar. Just subscribe and click the bell and you'll know when we go live each and every night, 7 days a week, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And that's pretty much going to do it for us. We're going to wrap things up and get ready for next week here with Swift Motorsports. So with that being said, race fans, stay safe, stay loved. And until then, my friends, we'll meet you in Turn 3.